Marrakech, one of the most enchanting cities in the world. The streets are alive with the sounds of spices sizzling, vendors haggling, and motorcycles zigzagging through the crowds. This North African gem is a feast for the senses with its bustling souks and stunning architecture. Join me on a journey through this magical city and discover what are the 10 best things to do in Marrakech. Shopping in the souk and the spice market is one of the most amusing things you can do in Marrakech. You won't believe all the things you can find here. Carpets, hoofs, lamps, clothes, shoes, bags, tea sets, pottery. The options are endless. Even if you don't want to buy anything, all the colors are super photogenic and the smells of the food and spices are incredible. Visiting the Bahia Palace is another must. Make sure to arrive at opening time to avoid the crowds. This is an absolute architectural highlight with gorgeous colorful tiled rooms.
So I made it to Bahia Palace, an architectural miracle with a lot of mosaics, a lot of tiles and details in the wall, inscriptions, and the ceilings again are incredible. I don't know if you can see it. It's just amazing.
Archways come in a range of shapes and sizes, from small rounded doorways to soaring multi-story arches that create dramatic vistas. They are often decorated with carved stonework or plaster moldings, which add to the intricate beauty of the space. The use of water is another key feature. The courtyards and gardens are filled with fountains, pools and streams, which not only add to the aesthetic beauty of the space, but also provide a source of cooling relief from the heat of the Moroccan sun. My favorite part was the garden next to the main patio. It had a fountain surrounded by orange trees, flowers, and richly decorated walls. A few minutes away from Bahia Palace, you can visit the Badi Palace. It was built in the late 16th century by a Saadian sultan to impress its rivals, and its name means the incomparable. No tiles here, but impressive ruins of a massive palace with sunken gardens and ruins of grand pavilions and courtyards. In the same neighborhood, you can also find the Dar Si Said Museum.
I am at the Dar Si Said Museum, and this is a place where you can see how carpets are woven and see all the different styles, and it is so pretty. Also, the building is amazing.
The museum is housed in a former palace that was built in the late 19th century. Some of the highlights of the museum's collection include intricately carved wooden doors and screens, colorful tiles, and traditional Berber costumes. There is also a courtyard and garden area where visitors can relax and enjoy the surroundings. Another architectural gem you should not miss, which is my absolute favorite, is the Dar El Bacha Museum, or the Musée des Confluences, located in the heart of the Medina of Marrakech. It was originally built in the late 19th century as the residence of the Pasha of Marrakech. The museum features a variety of artifacts and traditional Moroccan clothing. Visitors can explore the many rooms of the palace, which include reception halls, courtyards, gardens, and the harem. One of the highlights of the Dar El Bacha Museum is the Andalusian-style garden, which is filled with fruit trees, fountains, and colorful flowers. The Kasbah area is a historic district located in the southern part of the Medina of Marrakech. It is known for its beautiful architecture, narrow alleyways, and vibrant souks. It is here that I experienced the more local vibe and I visited a local pharmacy.
I'm on a tour right now and I am in a typical Berber pharmacy and it looks gorgeous. Look at all the colors of the spices and the ceiling. And they are going to give me a demonstration about argan oil, and they already put something on my hand and it's so soft, it doesn't smell at all. But this really is a gorgeous, gorgeous pharmacy.
Minta and lavender. Nigella is this one. This is Nigella seeds. This is lavender. This is minta. And this is chamomile flower. It's chamomile flower. It's good tea. It's
It's really good. Yeah.
What is this?
This is argan oil.
Argan oil.
For
Wow.
the skin.
Ah.
It's very good for your skin. It
Wow.
gets soft.
It's good. To use the creams directly for skin?
Yes.
Ah, directly use it.
Sprinkles and it cleans. It's
Wow.
very good for your health.
Ah, use it.
I am the expert.
After my visit at the pharmacy, I went exploring the Saadian Tombs that are located in the Kasbah area. They are the final resting place of members of the Saadian dynasty, which ruled Morocco from 1554 to 1659. The Saadian tombs consist of several rooms and mausoleums, which are decorated with intricate carvings and tile work. The most famous room is the Chamber of the 12 Pillars, which contains the tombs of Sultan Ahmed El Mansour and his family members. The chamber is named after the 12 marble columns that support the roof. If you want to see something completely different, you should visit the Jardin Majorelle. The Jardin Majorelle is a botanical garden created in the 1920s and 30s by French painter Jacques Majorelle and was later purchased and restored by fashion designer Yves Saint Laurent and his partner Pierre Berger. The garden features a wide variety of exotic plants including cacti, bamboo, palms and water lilies. It also includes several small ponds, fountains and buildings painted in vibrant shades of blue and yellow. The garden is one of the most popular tourist attractions in Marrakech. In addition to the garden itself, the site also features a small museum dedicated to the Berber culture, a bookshop and a cafe. A lesser-known garden and thus more quiet is the Jardin Secret, located in the heart of the Medina of Marrakech. The Jardin Secret is spread over 2 levels, with a lower level featuring an array of exotic plants and trees. There is also a traditional Moroccan-style riad that has been converted into a cafe and gift shop. The upper level of the garden is accessed via a staircase and offers stunning panoramic views over the Medina and the Atlas Mountains in the distance. Here you will find another garden area with a beautiful pavilion and a central pool that is surrounded by flower beds and ornamental tiles. Marrakech's most famous feature is probably the Jemaa El Fna square. Besides shops and fruit shoe stalls, you will find people trying to put monkeys on your shoulders or head, snake charmers, musicians, games and a lot of other activities and things. During the day it is crowded, but in the evening it becomes real madness. It seems as if the whole city gathers here. The Koutoubia Mosque is the biggest mosque in Marrakech with its 77 meters high minaret. You can't enter, but the area around the mosque is beautiful to explore, like the park and ruins of the former mosque. I hope you enjoyed this journey through Marrakech and that these 10 best things to do in Marrakech inspired you to plan your trip. If so, don't forget to give this video a thumbs up and to subscribe. See you in the next video. Bye!